COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it, more lives this year than any other year for the past 100 years.
Oh, Joe, you just can't get a break, can you? You finally condemn the violence. Finally. Sort of, though. You see, he challenges Trump to do the same. Last time I checked, for many months, probably over 90 days now, Donald Trump has actually been saying, hey, let's send in the National Guard to these blue cities that have blue problems, namely Antifa, BLM, rioters, etc. But what has Biden said in those past 90, actually up to 93 days? Not a goddamn thing. Now he comes out and says, hey, I condemn the violence, but Trump should do the same. He has been. Where are you? You're out of your goddamn mind there, Joe Biden. Literally, you're out of your mind. Hopefully I can get through this article without punching my frickin' screen here. I hope. Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden repeated his disavowal of violence after a man was fatally shot in Portland on Saturday, and he asked President Donald Trump to join him in condemning the violence of all political stripes. What violence on the right has been going on? Not that I know of recently, if there has been. He says the deadly violence we saw overnight in Portland is unacceptable. Absolutely, Joe Biden. We can agree on one thing. Shootings in the streets of a great American city is unacceptable. I condemn this violence unequivocally. I condemn violence of every kind by anyone, whether on the left or the right. Again, I can agree with Joe Biden on that. But that's it. This is where I disagree with him because he's out of his goddamn mind and he's lying out his ass. And he says, I challenge Donald Trump to do the same. He has... Look, I don't need to bring up the numerous plethora evidence of Donald Trump saying, hey, this violence has got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Law and order. Law has got to stop. Got to stop. Got to stop. What's the left doing? Fanning the frickin' flames consistently, constantly. And you know what? I will show their, dare I say, fanning the flames again of this violence in these blue states and blue cities. Now, Biden's statement comes as he prepares to deliver a speech in Pittsburgh where, according to a campaign statement, he will ask voters, are you safe in Donald Trump's America? Yeah, we were, or we still are, if you don't live in a Democrat-controlled frickin' hellscape, and offer a different vision for a better future. There's no way in hell, Joe Biden. Matter of fact, I was thinking last night, Donald Trump was interviewed by Laura Ingraham. And he says, I don't know who's funding Joe Biden and the far left. Exactly. You don't know who's funding him. It could be rich, very powerful people wanting to foist anger and resentment and violence and rioting in these cities to then try to blame it on Donald Trump. Trump is completely... He's not, there's no. He's not going to make, no. Donald Trump is not responsible for the blue cities and blue states that refuse help from the federal government. Flat out. He's offered it thousands of times, literally, maybe, probably a couple hundred. The point is that he's offered the help and they refused it. Ted Wheeler says, no thanks. Lori Lightfoot, I don't need help from you. No. Jenny Durkin, no. It's the same pattern of just kick the can down the road. Hopefully, Joe Biden will get in and he'll fix everything. Bullshit. You really think? Think about this for a second. Do you really think if Joe Biden gets elected, all this will stop? No. It'll get ramped up. And he won't do anything about it. Do you think this will stop after Donald Trump gets elected? No, it'll get worse. But he's got that ace called the Insurrection Act. And once that gets put in, all this stuff gets stopped. Eventually, not even automatically, but it'll eventually get stopped. And all these knuckle fucks will get arrested, charged, and hopefully convicted in a court of law. They will see their day in court. I still believe in the Constitution. Shouldn't just round people up. However, if those people that you're rounding up are firebombing police, shining laser pointers in people's eyes, shooting people in the street, hitting people with skateboards, well then God fucking damn it, this just needs to get done. I understand the states don't have to accept federal help, but at this point in time, this is 95th day probably, in Portland, we're going to see more violence, and we're just going to allow this to happen? Nope. No. The fatal shooting in Portland occurred during clashes between a group of Trump supporters and protesters. The victim was a member of the right-wing group. Notice how they say member of the right-wing group, okay? But they don't say that for the left-wing group Antifa or far-left group BLM. They don't say that, but they only say it for the right. Now, right-leaning newspapers and websites will do the same thing to the far left. But this is interesting. See, his death came after the days of Kyle Rittenhouse, who was charged for shooting 3 protesters. In Wisconsin, 2 of them fatal, and the 3 protesters shot during demonstrations against police brutality after a video showed officers shoot Jacob Blake, who had a warrant out for his arrest for sexual assault, allegedly, a black man back during an incident in Kenosha. Understand this. They don't say this. They don't bring into context, well, why did he shoot him? Or Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, let's go back into the Wayback Machine like last week. Okay? What happened? Well, they were trying to chase this guy down. He shot one guy, then he shot another guy, then he blew one almost his arm off. Why? Because they were trying to fucking kill him. What do you expect? Blue cities, blue states, blue mayors, blue governors. What the flying fuck do you expect to happen when you don't allow the police to do their goddamn motherfucking job? Seriously. Is this where we're at? We're just kind of go, well, he shouldn't have been out there. Well, someone had to be out there. And hopefully he'll get his day in court and all the charges will be dropped. I hope. Because they're banking on him going to jail so there's no more rioting. Because I guarantee it, he will get off. But if he doesn't, nothing will happen. But if he doesn't, if he does get off, riots du jour. Many Democrats, including Biden, accused Trump of agitating the situation. Really? How much more can you agitate the fucking situation in Portland? USA Today? How much more? What more can you do? There's nothing you can do. Right now, the city is burning. I know what you're going to say. Not the whole city's burning. Well, enough of it's burning. It probably looks like a hellscape. It probably, just by watching the video, you can smell the people in there. On Sunday morning, after the fatal confrontation, Trump commented a tweet showing a caravan of patriots or his supporters rolling into Portland, calling them great patriots. They were. They didn't do anything wrong. They're allowed to operate and or protest against the other protesters. This is free movement in the United States. It's that pesky Constitution, USA Today. Yeah, I know you don't like it, but it's there. It's there for a fucking reason. God fucking damn it. Oh, time. I'm gonna punch the... Alright. Continuing on. Members of that caravan were involved in clashes with the protesters. Yeah. Well, guess who was throwing shit at them on overpasses? Yeah, BLM. What do you expect to happen? These people have every right to be in that city. It's not shut down, obviously. There's obviously no police presence, technically. They're not doing anything to stop it. Ted Wheeler's a fucking moron, sitting there beating his pud. And the hapless governor there, the blue governor, what is she doing? Not a goddamn motherfucking thing. Of fucking course. And he says, Trump retweeted this, great patriots. Over the weekend, the president posted a flurry of tweets denouncing protesters, calling for a crackdown to stop them, and showing videos of demonstrators engaging in violence, as well as a video of a black man shoving a white woman that appears unrelated to the protests. Appears unrelated. At a New Hampshire rally Friday, he rejected the idea of peaceful protests altogether. Well, if there are peaceful protesters, they're being overshadowed by the goddamn rioters. Are we losing? God damn it. They're not protesters, told the crowd. They're anarchists. They are. They're agitators. They are. They're rioters. They are. They're looters. They are. What else? What did he say was wrong there? Nothing. But Trump has not condemned the violence committed by Rittenhouse. Why? What did he do? He was being chased down and almost killed, and he shot 2 people to death in self-defense, in my own opinion. For you YouTube moderators out there and Susan Wojcicki, I still can have an opinion, right? Like, while we still have it, apparently. On Sunday, he retweeted rest in peace to the victim in Portland shooting, but has not offered similar condolences for the protesters killed in Kenosha. Why? They were fucking criminals. Yeah, look at the police record, and then come back to me and tell me they were pillars of society. So Trump plans to visit Kenosha today. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers urged Trump to reconsider his visit, saying he was concerned Trump's presence will only hinder our healing. Fuck you. And would require the state to redirect sources away from public safety. Really? Tony? Why didn't you have public safety in goddamn Kenosha so you didn't have to send the goddamn National Guard in? Oh, that's right. You wanted this to happen. You think it would just burn itself out. Oh, by the way, Tony, it fucking didn't. Oh, and this piece of work, Representative Karen Bass, Democrat, obviously, California, obviously, who Biden considered as a potential running mate, used strong language in CNN interview Sunday. I think his visit has one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to agitate things and make things worse. No, Karen, you are making things worse by opening your goddamn fucking pie hole. Twat. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany told Fox and Friends on Monday that he was looking forward to going to Kenosha to speak directly to residents and unifying the state. I won't read her statement. It says, in a statement on Sunday, Biden denounced Trump for failing to call on his supporters to stop seeking conflict. Who is making all the riots and the violence? And it's not Trump supporters, god fucking damn it, you dumbass. War on our streets is good for his re-election chances. And that is why you're condemning the violence. Because your polls just cratered. And you're like, oh shit, I gotta do something now. If it does not matter if you find the political views of your opponents abhorrent, any loss of life is a tragedy. No shit. But why didn't you say that before, you ding-dong? We must not become a country at war with ourselves. Too late. A country that accepts killing of fellow Americans who do not agree with you. Too late. A country that vows vengeance toward one another. Too late. It's your fault, you goddamn Democrats, liberal pieces of shit. But that is the America that President Trump wants to be. Really? Really? No, he doesn't. Where's your proof? And that's all I'm going to go. I'll read the final paragraph here, because when is Slow Joe going to criticize the anarchists, thugs, and agitators and Antifa, Trump asked. When is he going to suggest bringing up National Guard in a badly run, crime-infested Democratic cities and states? Remember, he can't lose the crazy Bernie super liberal vote. And that's where I'm going to leave it at right there. That is the crux of this whole thing. He only came out to complain when he saw his poll numbers drop. And now he's, what? Instead of middle-class Joe or... now he's Law and Order Joe? No. You got pulled to this, Joe Biden, and now you're condemning violence? I don't believe a fucking word you say. You're a... never mind.